Guys, what's going on? What is going on? I hope you guys are well. What's good? What's good? Waiting for you guys to pop in the chat. What's going on, peeps? What is going on? Where you guys gone? Where you guys gone? Where you guys gone? Waiting for you guys to jump in. What's good, peeps? What's good? What is good? What's up, Eric, man? I hope you're good. Eric, my man, Eric, how's it going? How's it going? Let me get this. Let me get the link in the thing. I haven't spoke to you guys for a while. Command V. Let's get it in there. Guys, if anyone wants to jump on, you're more than welcome. Smash the like button now that you're here. I appreciate everyone. What's good? What's good, everyone? What's good? Let's get this live stream kicking off. I hope you guys are well. Let's get the question. What's up? 619 Alvarez. What's going on? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Eric, I hope you're good as well. Guys, anyone that wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on. Let's get this party started. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to discuss. I wanted to get your opinion on a few things. What's good, everyone? What's good? What is good? Get those questions in, guys. Get those questions in. Let's get those questions in. Peeps, let's get those questions in. Get those questions in. I haven't done this for a while. I haven't done a live for a while, so I thought let's do a live and let's get your guys' opinion about the upcoming fight on the weekend, and also Canelo and this news about Canelo was offered more than 50 million to fight David Benavidez, according to David Benavidez, his promoter. I didn't even know who he was. Actually, I saw the interview on the Boxing Voice, and it was quite okay. I was a bit like, really. I want to get your guys' opinion on it. So yeah, if anyone wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on, guys. I'm waiting for you guys to hop on and let's get this going. Let's get this going, guys. Where's the questions? The questions. Get those questions in, guys. I want to know who's in. I want to know who's in the sidebar, man. Get those questions in, guys. Get those questions in. Where's the questions at? Come on, guys. Let's get those questions in. Don't be shy. Get those questions in. Amazing breakdown of fights as always, Imran. Thank you, Zishan. I appreciate it. I really appreciate your support, man. Really, it means a lot. I feel like David should fight Demetrius. Yeah, they're talking about that fight. That's a good fight as well. To be honest, that's a really good fight. I like that fight. I really do like that fight. I think that's a great fight. I think to me, I think that's a great fight. I think that's a great fight. I do. Yeah, that's a great fight. How's it going, bro? What you think about Benavidez v Andrade not happening according to Benavidez's promoter? I didn't listen to that. I listened to the Canelo bit. What did he say about Andrade? Did he say that apparently that fight's happening, isn't it? So didn't he say that fight was happening? I don't know. What did he say about it? What did he say about it? I don't know what he said. I don't know what he's I don't know what he said. What's he saying about it? So Zishan says first 6 rounds favors Amir Khan. If it goes past 6, then Brook wins. Lee, yo, Imran, how are you, mate? Lee, I'm good. How are you, brother? I hope you're good, man. I hope everything's good at your end. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. They said they want more money. They want more money. Well, Andrade said he wants more money. Did Andrade say he wants more money? They want more money. So he said something in the likes of Andrade would have to pay more than a Canelo fight. He said in the likes of Andrade would have to pay more than a Canelo fight. Than Benavidez. He said something in the likes that Andrade would have to pay more than a Canelo fight to fight Benavidez. Really? Is that what he said? That's crazy. Imran, Joseph, no David Bennett, no David. Okay, Claude says Benavidez wants 7 million. It's a duck. No, so what? Who's BD? Who's BD? BD wants 7 million. It's a duck. Who are you talking about, Claude? Yeah, more than a Canelo fight, lol. So Andrade wants more than a Canelo fight to fight Benavidez. So what, he wants 15 million to fight Benavidez? Is that what we're saying? That's nonsense. Brook looks explosive on the pads in today's open workout. What was your take on what you've seen today? Do you think Brook's switch hitting would be a problem in this fight? Not really. I don't think Khan has trouble with he doesn't have trouble with southpaws and stuff. So I don't think that'll be an issue. I just think obviously it's the if Brook lands a big one, then he may have trouble with that. But I don't think he'll have trouble with him switching. No. Sorry, David. David Benavidez. Oh, so David Benavidez wants asking for so Claude says David Benavidez wants 7 million to fight who? Andrade. No, Benavidez's promoter is asking for more money to who? To fight Andrade. No, David wants more money. DB equals okay. Yeah, okay. DB equals David Benavidez. So he wants more money to fight Demetrius Andrade. They want 7 million to fight Demetrius Andrade. Well, that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money for that kind of fight. I don't think that's worth that much, to be honest. Guys, smash the like button. Everybody in here, smash the like button. If you can smash the like button, I'd appreciate it. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Yeah, man. I don't like that, to be honest. I want to see Andre David Benavidez. I think it's a good fight. I'm good, thanks. I don't normally disagree with you on your comment the other day saying you think people are fanboys if they pick a clear winner out of Khan and Brook. I personally don't think Brook has a chance. Khan hits harder than the jab. Bud through. Surely you agree. I think Brook is finished. His eyes shot to bits. Khan will target this. I'm not surely. I'd like to think you're right, mate. I like to think. I hope. I'd like to think you are right. But for some reason, I'm not so confident as you that Khan will win. I don't know. Maybe it's because the fanboy in me doesn't make me think that confident. I don't know. But Lee, I don't know, man. Lee, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Even if Khan is 60%, he beats Brook. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not confident, to be honest. I'm not confident. I hope so, but I'm not confident. Drop a like for my man. Yeah, Eric's hits it. Drop a like for me. I'd appreciate it. So evening, Ray. What's going on, Ray? I hope you're good. Ray, what do you think? Khan at 60% beats Brook right now. Even Khan at 60%. I don't know. It depends. Imran, thanks for being unbiased. Jario Ramirez. Yeah. You know how I roll. I'm always unbiased. You know how it works. Guys, smash the like button, guys. Let's get... That's okay. What's going on here? Khan v Brook is a 50-50 fight. The one with the best game plan and cool mind wins this. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I think whoever's got the cooler mind, whoever's more focused. So Ray says, no, Khan needs to be close to 80% to win the fight. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think Brook's looking quite sharp. Plus, the other thing is, Brook doesn't really look that drained. I don't know whether... What's going on, Claude? You good?
Yeah, I'm great, man. How are you?
All good, man. All good. Great having you on, man. Great having you on.
Hey, I appreciate you sending me the link. Been a long time. Well, you know what? Not too long, but I have to admit, your style and your delivery, your knowledge of boxing, is very very good. Your delivery of the facts, and I believe you have an unbiased opinion, and what you say, you really believe what you say,
Yeah.
and all that attracted me to your channel, and has given me the I don't subscribe and I don't like a lot of people, but you're definitely one of the people I do, man. So good on you.
I
You're doing good.
appreciate that, man. Means a lot, man. It means a lot, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. Really means a lot. But yeah, I want to get your opinion on this news that we've heard about Canelo, being offered more than 50 million. Apparently on the Boxing Voice, Benavidez' promoter said this. What do you make of what he was saying? Did you see the interview?
I did not. I did not. I saw some of it. To tell you the truth, what more attracted me was the fact that Andrade and Benavidez fight looked like both fighters wanted to go at it. It looked like both fighters were really adamant about getting off the Canelo train and stop chasing Canelo fight, wanting to fight each other, which is a fight that has to happen. I agree with you. The fight has to happen. Forget Canelo. He's doing his own thing. Make a name. by fighting other fighters who are of great quality. And there's no, you know, it's a fight that has to happen. But when you price yourself out by saying you want 7 million, it looks like you're ducking. And if you have your representative saying that you want 7 million, it looks like you're ducking. And maybe it's not a duck, but by saying that, it looks like a duck because he's never gotten 7 million in a fight. David
Mm.
Benavidez never got 7 million in a fight. So how does he think getting like the Samson? I saw that part. Samson said, "I want much more for fighting Demetrius than I would for Canelo." Why? Why? He said much more, eh? That's what he said. So 7 million was a starting point. How's he gonna get that? Like, explain that to me, Imran. How is that not a duck by his handlers? His handlers are ducking. And that's what happens to Demetrius Andre always. I don't care about who ducked who in the past, but right now, it's a duck. And this guy constantly gets ducked and avoided by big fighters. They don't want to fight him, and this is the next in a long line of people who are ducking this guy. I'll leave it at that. That's how I see it.
You know what? I find that ridiculous. Like, how can you ask for more money to fight Andrade, who's hardly a draw, and ask for less money to fight Canelo Alvarez, who's the biggest star in the sport?
It's a dangerous
That
fight,
sounds
and he will
stupid.
take his oath. And the mentality now in boxing, unfortunately, what like my dad used to be a big boxing fan back in the day. Not so much anymore. But when Hagler, Hearns, Duran, and Leonard, when those four, the four kings, when they were around, they were beating each other up. You know, there's nothing wrong in taking an L. There's really nothing wrong in taking an L. But
Mm,
now guys want to protect their O a little bit too much. You know,
mm,
like back in the day, it didn't matter if you took an L. Now, if you take an L, it's like you're a garbage fighter. You're not a garbage fighter if you take an L.
mm,
It doesn't
mm,
mean you're bad because you take an L.
mm.
Just go to the next guy and then come back to that guy. The way boxing is now is not the way it should be. It's not for the fans. It's more for the actual boxer and their promoters. And that's why we're not seeing the big fights that we want to see. And that's why, you know what? Even when the fighter says, "Yeah, I want to get in the ring with them," the promoter does something to price him out. It's a sad state, Imran. It's a real sad state.
Claude, Jario, my man Jario, thanks for the super chat. He basically says the real reason why Boo Boo won't ever get a big fight is because he crossed our Heyman. Look into it, Imran. Look into that. I don't know much about that, to be honest. I can't really speculate on something that I have absolutely zero knowledge about. And look, I like Demetrius Andrade, Claude. I like him, and I know that I've said before. I've been harsh on Andrade in the past. I like Andrade. He's a good fighter. He's getting old though. He's not getting younger. He's getting old, and when is he gonna get his breakout fight? He wants David. Now, David Benavidez doesn't make sense here. I don't understand. Look? I saw the Canelo part of the interview where he did with the boxing. So he actually said that he wants more money to fight Andrade than he wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. That
The,
don't
the,
even
the,
make sense. That don't even make sense.
that's why it's a duck. How can you explain that except to say it's a duck? It's a duck. If it walks like one and it quacks like one and it sounds like one and it waddles like one, it's a duck. I mean, how can Benavides? He's been making the most noise, saying, "Bring anyone in front of me, bring anyone, and I'll knock him down. I don't care. Enough about the talk. Enough about this. Enough about that. I just want to get in the ring with the best." And then Boo Boo accepts, right? Boo Boo accepts. Eddie Hearn said, "Yeah, we accept right now. Bring it. We accept right now." And then what happens? His handlers go on and say, "You know what?" And then here's the thing, Imran. Here's what really gets me. And then people who don't like Andrade are going to turn around and look at his resume and say he hasn't fought anyone. He hasn't fought anyone. Well, everyone's ducking him.
Mm,
Absolutely, everyone's ducking this guy, and then they get on him because he
Mm.
hasn't fought anybody. You can't have it both ways. You know,
Mm.
you can't have it both ways. You can't say, he hasn't fought anyone, and then when he's saying put anyone in front of me who has a name, they duck him. They want 7 million. They price themselves out. You can't have it both ways. And I'll say this one more
Mm.
thing, and I know a lot of Canelo fanboys are going to get on me for that, but let me say one more
Mm.
thing, and I'm going to let
Mm.
my boy Talk keep coming back again.
Mm.
Listen, Canelo is undisputed at 168. Am I correct? Yes. Okay. This guy really should be defending his belt at least 1, 2 times before he jumps weight. That's like me. You know, I'm the champ now, right? I have the
Mm.
belt, and then I go, you know what? Now that I got the belt, screw everyone who wants to challenge me. I'm gonna do something else. Defend it 1 or 2 times before you walk away, bro. Show that you're the best. Show that you can defend it.
So,
Don't
who do
jump up for other people. There's people
Claude, who
behind
do you
there.
want him to fight? Claude, who do you want him to fight next?
Anybody, the next best, bro, in the division, though. I don't care who it is. It could be Charlo. It could be uh Andrade. I don't care if Andrade loses. That's not my point. My
Mm-hmm.
point is when you have the belt, you have to defend the belt. You just can't walk off and say, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna go up to the next because I cleaned it out. Defend it 1 or 2 times, and then I'll have more respect for you, bro. You just can't
Mm.
take the belts and then say it's like me playing basketball, and then when I win, right? I go, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. You can't do that. You gotta defend
I,
it, bro.
no, I get. See, I'm not. What's going on, Imran? How are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Bless. I just wanted to just jump in real quick. Just I'm working, as you can tell. I'm getting loaded
Yeah.
up. I'm here in Minneapolis, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm a truck driver, so yeah, that's my job. To the brother right there, I see your point of view, man. I'm not even gonna sit there and dog you because everything you speak about is truth to a major extent. But here's the problem in the state of boxing right now, and I see where you're coming from.
Your connection, we can't hear you, bro. We can't hear you. Sito, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, bro.
We can't hear you, bro.
We can't hear you. Sito. Oh, I don't know.
His connection. I wanted to see what he was gonna say too.
Yeah,
I
I
was hyped
know,
there.
I know, I know, I know.
Imran, I am actually pulled over because I wanted to get. I was waiting for you to have a live because you invited me the last time, and I
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate that. I said let me get on this time, and I
yeah.
really do.
So,
Oh, there he's back. That got
no,
him
no,
wrong.
no. Sorry, no, no, no. Sorry. I was just the connection here where I'm at is kind of bad. But no, I was just trying to tell you that it's true what you were saying though. A lot of fighters nowadays, at least contemporarily, people do get belts. They claim to be something, and then they just vacate it and go to another division, or they vacate and move on to fight someone who's got a little bit more of a lucrative name.
Hmm.
That's a pattern I've seen. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm a huge David Benavidez fan. I love the kid. I think he's young, he's massive, he's got speed, he's got power on him. But I remember when you were saying something along the lines of who has he fought, what people say that comment. It's the truth, man. He hasn't fought really nobody. Then again, no one has been wanting to fight him. And from what I've seen is that fight between him and Andrade, that fight would be lucrative and it would be an attention grab if it happens. That I'm hoping for.
But Claude, why does nobody want to fight Andre? Why do you think?
Okay,
Look.
so just if I can, just real quick, and I'm going to be real quick. I think I talked to you about this one time, one of your live chats, Imran. I
Mm,
seen Andrade when he was an amateur turning pro, when he
mm,
made it one of his first fights in Indiana in the Horseshoe Casino, very famous place in the Midwest, a huge place for people who are beginning their careers. Um, the main problem with him, besides politics and boxing, is the first promotion company he was with. They weren't handling him right. It wasn't until he got bought out from that contract and then went into Matchroom. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of like he's not being handled correctly to the point where they're giving him the opportunities. When he was since he's with Matchroom, why hasn't Charlo, Triple G, people who are in the same lineup with him wanting to fight him. I mean, the kid's tall for starters. He's athletic. He's a southpaw. He's got angles. He's kind of one of those hidden gems in boxing that nobody wants to give a chance to. It's like saying about Irizlandi Lara. People say that he's boring. He's a good fighter, man. You just got to understand the sweet science of boxing is all about movement and all about not getting hit. Kind of like how people used to dog Floyd Mayweather and say that he's boring. He's on his back foot all the time. He's skiing. He knows he runs. No, he doesn't run. He just understands and comprehends the basics of boxing, which is hit, not get hit. And people just don't appreciate that style. They want you to come in there, tear someone's head off and get the same thing back at you, when that's not how boxing it is. Boxing is a magical sport that it's a technique. And it does unfortunately take wear and tear on the body, but the mind should always be there if you're an expert at what you do. Again, Bernard Hopkins, back to what my man was talking about. He defended his crown as a middleweight for 10 years. No one's been able to do that in history. And that's why I love Bernard Hopkins when he was a boxer, man. Seriously, people don't appreciate that sweet science. No one wants to do that anymore. It's like, all right, money, belt, all right, gotta go. And they jump ship to another state of fighting for this. I get it. It's money, man. But you want to earn a name, or you want to earn some kind of accolade or recognition. I guarantee you, people are forgetting that Bernard Hopkins was the best middleweight of our generation. No one has been able to do what he did. I think there was one guy, I forget the guy's name. He was from Argentina. He was a middleweight in the 70s. I forget the guy's name off the top.
Your connection's gone again.
Oh, his connection's gone again.
Yeah, his connection.
He's bringing up some good points.
Yeah,
I think he's right, Imran. The money's got in the way of good boxing fights, and it wasn't that way in the past. One thing I want to say, I see in the comments here, this guy, he's obviously not a fan of Andrade, because James Diamond put Andrade just ducked Jedabek. It's not a duck, like okay. To me, that's not a duck. The guy's been sitting at 160, dying for anyone with a name to come and fight. You know how many mandatories this guy has to fight? When is the last? Okay, other than Yildirim, who did Canelo have as a mandatory? And then look at the mandatories that they put in front of Andrade. Look, I don't care if Andrade loses or wins against Benavidez, against Canelo. That's not the point. Give the man his due. He's 32, 31, 32-0, right? 32-0. He had belts. He shouldn't have these type of problems looking for a fight. Okay? And if people are pointing in the past, like, in 2019, let's talk about right now. What can we do right now? And so I don't want to hear about 2-3 years ago. Come on, man. If you want to go there, Canelo only needed one belt, Andrade's belt, to unify that weight class. And what did he do? He said no, and he left. Right? He went up. So I mean, I don't know, man. I just want to see the best fights. I think Benavidez camp knows it's a dangerous fight, and this day and age in boxing, Imran, I really do believe that having a loss on your record is means that you suck, and that's not the case. And I think if Andrade gets especially Andrade, if he takes a loss, you know how dangerous that'll be more dangerous than any. Canelo has a loss. And look at his career; it's great, right? Look at there's a lot of one-loss fighters that go on to have a great career. But I think Andrade, because he hasn't fought anyone, if he ever gets that loss, people will jump down his throat and say, "See, he was not good. He sucked." And that's horrible to say
because boxing is very political nowadays. Everybody's afraid to take an O, and that's not true. Look at the great Muhammad Ali, bro. He's one of the greatest of all time. He took 2 or 3 losses in his career, and he bounced back to be recognized as the world's greatest heavyweight of all time.
Look at Earl Spence. Earl Spence doesn't want to get in the ring with Crawford because he's afraid to lose his zero. Everyone's afraid to lose their zero.
Guys, here's the thing. here's the thing. What I want to say from you guys across the pond, because you guys would know this better. How much is it down to the fact that a lot of these fighters don't have huge fan bases in the sense huge fan. Like for example, I'll give you an example. Amir Khan's fighting this weekend against Kell Brook. Amir Khan's probably going to make around 5, 6, maybe £7 million to fight Kell Brook, right? You guys have probably been watching in America how big it is here in the UK and how big it is and how many fans are turning out and how big the event is, right? But I don't see that in America. Only few fighters like Canelo and that get that kind of attention. So do you think it's not so much with it's just the fact because like Amir's had 5 losses. Amir's had 5 losses. So that hasn't affected him making a shed load of money, being a superstar, being a big name. So that's more a thing with you guys over there in America where I feel like it's an issue there because here there's many guys that have got losses like that are still mega stars. But I do agree with you, Claude. That I think
There is, you have a point and you don't have a point. I'll give you just some names and see if you'll agree or disagree with me. Danny Swift Garcia, taking a loss. Adrian Broner, he's taken 4 losses. People still follow. He's got a following. Who's another one? Sean Porter.
Porter,
He has a massive following.
He has a massive following, and he's got his own podcast on YouTube, which he's a broadcaster. And Keith One Time Thurman.
He's
And
got
I'll
one
give you
loss.
but I'll give you another one. And he's an icon from my mom's country, Manny Pacquiao.
Oh yeah, he's legend. Yeah, he's a legend. He's an icon.
Juan Manuel Marquez, outside of Mexico, he took He took about 4 or 5 losses in his career, and he still had a huge following. So I mean, it just depends on who is the iconic fighter that people gravitate to.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta run. Imran, thank you so much for allowing me on. It's an honor, really, to be on your program, bro. You are going places. Don't stop. I needed to come on because when you're big, I can come back to this YouTube clip and say I was here with him, bro. So I appreciate that.
I try to take advantage to have every great debate with you guys, especially with you, Imran. I really appreciate you always giving me
access
to the chat.
Yeah, take care, Claude, man. Take care.
And by the way, I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
I'm not too far from you.
Take care, man. Take care.
Later.
But yeah, CO, you know what? Andrade, for me, the problem is with a lot of some of these guys, up and coming guys, they don't have a huge following in America. They don't have a big following, and I think it's not so much about
Amir Khan had a following here in the U.S. when he was out of the wild card and all the fights. Look, some of his most memorable fights here was with Marcos Maidana.
That was a great fight. That was a great fight, by the way, CO. Marcos Maidana v Amir Khan. That was a great fight, man. That was a great fight.
That's what I'm saying. He had some great fights here. I mean, Who else has he fought in the U.S. that made him really famous? Alexander sealed his deal here. When he fought against Canelo Alvarez, Zab. When he fought Canelo, you have people from every walk of life that actually likes him just because of who he is. He was known for his hand speed, his foot speed. British guy, with a Pakistani background. I mean, he's an amazing athlete, and he trained. And what got him his recognition is he trained with Freddie Roach for the longest. He was Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner. So I mean, the guy had a lot of exposure here.
But the thing is, CO, you hit the nail on the head. You brought up Marcos Maidana. You brought up Zab Judah. You brought up Alexander. These are names in boxing. Who has Andrade got on his resume that equates to those kind of names? Because we're talking about these are names, like these are good fighters. These are guys that are going to enhance your legacy. When we look at Andrade, unfortunately, he hasn't got those names.
No, I agree with you. I don't think he's been given the opportunity to fight any real major names.
Yes.
But here you go. The one time he actually did have a real solid name, Billy Joe Saunders, that didn't come to fruition. You know what I mean? Because of the whole drug scandal.
Not his fault. Not his fault.
And that's what I'm saying. Here in America, we have a saying. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how it is in the UK. When you catch the shit end of the stick, it means you're like always the guy that comes in last place, no matter how much you try, because you just got rotten luck like that, or it's just you're given or you're dealt the wrong hand instead of having the opportunity. I think he's due. I think Andre's due. I just think some people just don't really want to give him that opportunity for
So
numbers of
what do you make
reasons.
of this situation? What Claude was saying, that um Andre David Benavidez wants more money to fight Demetrius Andrade than he wants for Canelo. He said it'll take more money to fight. I'll just say that again, Cito. He wants
No, I know.
more money.
I heard you. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But the only thing that comes to my head right now, the
yeah,
first thing that comes to my head is he's scared because
yeah.
he's going to fight someone who's going to give him a threat and who's going to give him a
Mm,
real fight. So it's kind of
mm.
like they say, how can I explain it? It's nothing to gain and all to lose.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You get what I mean? So it's a high risk and no reward on that one. That's what comes to my mind. So, and I find that to be kind of outrageous because I'm like, why? David Benavidez walks around, which again, I think he's an amazing fighter, but he walks around saying he's, he's just hungry. He wants that opportunity to be in the big show, the big show amongst the spotlights, so he can have that exposure. Why not just give Demetrius Andrade the chance?
Mm,
He's undefeated. He's a good fighter. He's coming up from middleweight, so naturally David Benavidez is going to have the upper hand. I think he's even taller than him. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? He's got more speed. He's youthful, so why not take that chance? If you can destroy Demetrius Andrade, and you're 25, 26 years old, you understand what that's going to do to your legacy. He's going to
Yeah,
cement it, and it's going to be like, all right, now David Benavidez is ready to face a real fighter. You get what I mean? But
yeah,
I don't know, man. If he's pricing himself out like that, I can only just say that I don't know. I just think he's scared. That's it. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
I'd have to agree. I'd
That's
have to.
that's 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 honestly what comes to my mind. It's like, yeah, you're scared, man. How are you gonna ask for more money but not do the same thing with Canelo? You get what I mean?
Yeah, he said he wants less money to fight Canelo and he's willing to take less money, but why would you do that? Like, you're gonna like, I don't get that. It just doesn't make sense, even from a business point of view. It's like, surely you want Canelo because you're gonna get a bigger payday, not because you want more money to fight Andrade. You're basically saying you think Andrade's more of a threat.
That's what I'm saying. It's like high risk, low reward. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
in reality, it's just kind of like, okay, if he knows he loses to Canelo, he's gonna
yeah.
get more money, and he's
Mm,
gonna have that recognition. But if he fights someone like Demetrius Andrade, who's a name but it doesn't bring that price point of money,
mm.
it's high risk, low reward. That's what I honestly think comes to my mind. And that's what I
Yeah,
think David Benavidez is thinking. He's like, well, if I don't fight Canelo, I'm not going to make that payday. If I fight Demetrius Andrade, I'm not going to get much money, but I'm also jeopardizing my chance to stay undefeated and have that opportunity to fight someone like Canelo. So it's like, yeah, I think he's scared.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. What do you make? What who do you think Canelo will fight next?
I'm hoping it's Jamal Charlo. I would love to see that Jamal Charlo fight just because I think it would be competitive. I mean, I'm still giving the edge to Canelo no matter what, but I think it'd be a good competitive fight.
Hmm.
If he goes with Matchroom and he fights
Bivol.
Bivol, I still say Canelo will take him. I just think that's going to go all 12 rounds because Bivol is a good boxer, real good
Hmm.
boxer. And if he were to face Triple G a third time, like I really don't want to see that fight, but if he were to, I honestly think he's going to stop Triple G this time around.
Royally.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
first time, first fight, people argue with me and have had certain viewpoints and say, "Oh, you're wrong. You're not seeing anything." I had the first fight a draw,
Hmm.
dead
Hmm.
on. I had it. I had it. If you want to give the edge a little bit more, just based off of pressure, Triple G
Hmm.
had it. But as
Hmm.
far as like the punch counts, percentages on landing, nah, I think it was dead even. So that's why I gave it a draw. Because Canelo dodged a lot of punches. He showed that he can move against the ropes, that he was
Hmm.
able to take, whatever vicious shot Triple G was bringing to Canelo. The second time when they fought, I honestly had Canelo he beat him.
Hmm.
He redecorated Triple G's face, and
Hmm.
it was tit for tat. It was a close fight, but I still gave the edge no matter what, to Canelo in the second time around. Now you got to remember, Canelo's what, 31 years old right now. He's young. He's improved. He's moved up in weight. He's
Mm,
eaten bigger punches from like Sergey Kovalev. He's
mm,
fought with Callum Smith from the UK. He's fought
mm,
Billy Joe Saunders. He has faced off just so many good hard punching guys at that weight class. He even fought Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant gave him a good fight all the way up to the 11th. So I mean,
mm,
I honestly think he's just in that maturity point where he's peaked, and he faces off against Triple G, who's what, turning 40 now, who hasn't really
mm.
fought anybody. He's got that ring rust. Nah, man, I think Triple G is making a deadly move. He's gonna get knocked out. If he doesn't get knocked out, he's gonna get stopped because he's just gonna take an onslaught of punishment.
Yeah, is it a fight that you really want to see at this point?
Honestly, I'm clamoring. I mean, I'm clamoring for high hopes here, but I really want to see him against Charlo. I would love to see him face off David Benavidez, but I don't think David Benavidez is ready for him just yet. I think one or two more fights, that would be a real good fight. Honestly, if I had my way, I would love to see him fight. I would like to see him face off Charlo and Andrade. I would love to see that because you know what? That would shut all those people who talk so much crap about Canelo, saying that he's not a legit fighter, he's ducking them, that he did this, he did that. People are always going to dog Canelo no matter what he does. You know what
Mm,
I mean? The guy fought 4 times in less than 11 months. He became undisputed. They're saying, oh, well, politics gave it to him. Oh, look who he fought. He fought these European fighters. They don't know jack shit about boxing, man. The UK and in Europe as a whole has produced some of the most vicious fighters in the world,
mm,
outside of America and parts of Mexico and
mm,
Argentina, which is part of South America. Okay, big deal. For many years, people snoozed on Asia, and who used to dominate the boxing scene in the 60s and 70s, at least in the lower weight classes? The Japanese did. In the
mm,
60s and 70s, the Philippines started, promoting good fighters, and then late 90s, early 2000s, well, Manny Pacquiao is the one that dominated boxing as far as from Southeast Asia. So I mean,
mm,
I just, like I told you at one time, man, I don't like talking or really giving my point of view on people who are all up in their feelings, who just they go
mm,
based off of that biased narrative. Like, no, man, I don't care about those things. I appreciate a fighter because I appreciate what their character are, how they conduct themselves, how they carry themselves, and just overall how their ring IQ is when I see them box.
mm, mm. Yeah.
Just kind of. Oh, by the way, speaking about Amir Khan, one of the major fights that people snooze or seem to forget about is, remember, he lost to a Colombian fighter, British
Prescott.
Prescott.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Prescott, he never really rebounded back from that win. That was a huge
Mm,
win in his record. His
mm.
career tanked. Where's Amir Khan at now?
Yeah,
You get
exactly.
what,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like, I always tell people, the reason why I gravitate to liking Amir Khan was because he's humble. He never was disrespectful. He
yeah.
always carried himself like an English gentleman.
Mm,
And I always appreciated the fact that he's a Muslim. You know what I mean?
mm,
I believe that Islam teaches people, not that a lot of people understand how religion works, but Islam, and for the most part, teaches people to to make salah 5 times a day, and they teaches
mm,
them to stay humble and always believe in you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they believe that by the teachings of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what I mean, that to
mm,
always be a better human being. And that's
mm,
one of the major things why I appreciated about him, if I'm going to
mm,
go personal. You get what I
mm.
mean? So
Yeah, yeah. Who you got this weekend then? Khan or Brook? Who do you think wins?
that fight would have been such a great fight back in the day, man. Like,
Yeah.
maybe if it would have been 6 years ago. Right now, Special K, man. Special K has been through some wars, man.
Mm,
I want to sit there and say Special K's career got damaged once he stepped up to 160 and he took those punches from
yeah,
Triple
Glock.
G.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where it was his downside, man. Had the same Special K fought Errol Spence, but
Mm,
undefeated and untouched, I
mm,
would have given the edge to Special K, man.
mm,
Man, bro, I'm not gonna go against my boy. I'm gonna go with Amir Khan, man. I'm gonna go with King
mm,
Khan. I'm not
mm.
gonna go against him. I mean,
I hope
they're
so, man.
both at they're at the
35. They're both 35. Your mic's gone. Your volume's gone again. Yeah, I think Cito's having some problems. Guys, if you want to jump on, jump on. So we got some boxing scientist says Khan wins. Some people are saying, Cito's back. Yeah, what's
Can
good?
you hear
What's
me?
good? Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can hear you. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Cito. He's having trouble. I bet Brotherhood didn't say anything when Mayweather fought Robert. You right, Cito? Can you hear me?
Sorry, let me see what's up with the volume. Can you hear me pretty good now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Wow, I'm sorry, Imran. I think something's wrong with the application because I kept getting phone calls in. Here, I'll just call. I'll try to log back in like 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, all right, no worries. So let's get these questions. Let's answer these questions. Guys, if anyone wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. So if you want to jump on and come give your thoughts, let me know. I'd love to have some of you on. We haven't spoke for a while. Imran, Benavidez' team would take less for Canelo because his stock will rise. Yeah, his stock will definitely rise regardless. Fighting Andre doesn't do anything for his career numbers wise. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. I agree. I'd have to agree with that. That's probably why. So the Brotherhood says that bro, Khan is more proven and has a better resume than all three of them. You don't know boxing. Yeah, I'd have to say, are we talking about Charlo, Benavidez, and that? Yeah, he does have a great resume, but they were at a lower weight class, though. So, question is, this is a good question. So, LGND 20209 question for the chat: what's everyone's take on Andre Ward, who doesn't get the same criticism that the haters give Canelo? What do you mean by that? Expand your what argument? What do you mean by that? That he doesn't get the same criticism, Andre Ward? Why didn't he get the same criticism? What do you mean? I'm a bit confused to what do you mean. Why should Ward get hate? He shouldn't get hate. Ward was a great fighter. Andre Ward fought Euro bums. Wow. Who were those Euro bums that Andre Ward fought? He fought Carl Froch. He fought, I can't remember. Who else did he fight? Paul Smith. He fought Callum Smith's older brother, Paul Smith. That's it, really. He didn't fight anybody else. I can't remember him fighting any Euro guys. Jose R said, Canelo was offered 40 mil plus. Canelo would have said all that horrible fire excuse. James Deere says, no idea what you're talking about. So they're going back and forth. Ward would school Canelo. Jose says, Ward would school Canelo. Guys, the debate is well and truly. Ward would school Canelo. Would he? Yeah, to be honest, I don't understand. Froch is definitely not a. I agree with Carl. Froch is definitely not a Euro bum. Paul Smith, he was not a top tier fighter. But Euro bomb's a bit harsh. I definitely say Callum Smith's a lot better than his brother Paul. But Andre Ward didn't fight a lot of Euro guys. He fought Carl Froch, and Froch wasn't no bum. So, to call Froch a bum is that's a bit that's like calling Khan a Euro bum, or calling Hatton a Euro bum, or calling like that. That's just harsh. I don't think Ward fought any British fighters apart from Smith and Froch. I don't know. I don't think he did. So yeah, and Froch was no bum. So yeah, I don't get that. To be honest, I don't get what you mean by it. Like, he only fought two guys, and Froch was, him and Amir Khan have two of the best resumes in British boxing. So I don't think you can call either of them bums, really. And Froch had a very good chin, very good stamina. He was a tough fighter. It's just that Ward was just too good, for him. But at the end of the day, he's definitely not no bum. You know what I mean? He was in the final of that Super Six, so it's a bit harsh, man. Ward, I believe Froch was ranked number second in that division as well. So that's harsh. My man Kev's in the house. Kev, what's going on, Kev? Kev, you there? Kev? Oh, Kev, he's having connections. Okay, what's these questions coming in? James Deere, Canelo because he didn't duck. Okay, Deere and Canelo has fought tougher opponent than Ward. Only fought Kovalev. Froch was no killer. Froch was no killer as Froch. Kovalev. Froch was as no killer. Yeah, look, it depends on what you think a killer is, man. Like it depends on what you say a killer is. Like, you know, Ward didn't have a lot of big names, or he didn't have a lot of, I think Kovalev was a good win. I thought Kovalev beat him the first time. I thought Kovalev was a little unlucky in that one. I thought he won that fight. Brother who said, imagine if Charlo brought Khan up to 155. You know what? What Jamal? If Jamal brought Khan up to 155, I think it'd probably be his best win, to be honest.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, Kev? You good?
I'm good, thanks. What's good with you?
All good, man. All good. You know what, Kev? I want to get your opinion on this, on stuff, because I know you're a big Andrade fan, aren't you, Kev?
To be honest, I'm not big on Andrade.
You're not big on.
I don't think he's good enough to get the fights he wants.
He's not good enough or not big enough?
Good enough. I don't think he's got enough skill. He definitely can beat Canelo.
You don't think Andrade has skills?
I mean, he's decent, but you start talking about, I don't think he can hang with a Charlo, Canelo, maybe. I don't even think he can hang with Benavidez, to be honest.
Do you think he gets beat by all of them?
Yeah, I think he gets beat by all of them.
I don't know about that. I think Andrade's good. I think Andrade's good. He's a good fighter, no doubt about it. Yeah, he's not been tested by some of the top guys, but why is he being avoided then, Kev? Why is he being avoided? Why are they not fighting him?
I don't know about the politics like that, but I don't even think they're avoiding him. I think it's almost like they're ignoring him, not avoiding him. I think he put up a good fight against Charlo and Benavidez, but I don't think he wins.
So, man, I still would like to see him in. I still would like to see, those big fights, though. Andre. So what do you make about David Benavidez saying that he wants more money to fight Andre than he wants Canelo? That don't make sense, right?
Nah, that doesn't make sense. I saw your video. They said they would give Canelo 50 mil plus.
Yeah. That's what the guy was saying. The promoter of David Benavidez was saying that he was offered way more than 50 million to fight David Benavidez. Have you seen the interview on the Boxing Voice?
I haven't seen that interview yet.
Yeah. You need to go watch that interview. Basically, apparently, this guy called Samson, I don't know, I forgot his second name, but his name's Samson, and he basically said that he's David Benavidez's promoter, and he's basically saying that we would take less money to fight, or Canelo would got offered more than 50 million to fight him. I don't know though, because it sounds kind of weird, like it just doesn't add up to me, because we know that the Jamal Charlo, we heard that it was around 45 million.
Yeah.
But then how come we never heard anything reported about that? I'm a bit confused, to be honest.
It's a little suspect.
Yeah.
If I was, I don't know if it's probably not true, but if I was Canelo and I was guaranteed 50 mil to fight Benavidez, I'd take that right away.
Do you think he wins that fight?
Canelo? Yeah.
Who beats Canelo then, Kev?
Who beats Canelo? I want Canelo to move up to 175. I want him to fight Bivol. I think he beats Bivol. I think he loses to Better BF, though. I can't lie.
You think he loses to Better BF? Why? Too big, too strong?
Yeah, he's too big. He's too big.
Yeah, Better BF is a bit of a monster. He is a very, very good fighter, Better BF. I have to agree. Miguel, you are having some issues. Let me get Miguel involved. Miguel, you're having a few issues, man, getting in into the chat. It's good having you on. How are you, Miguel? Miguel?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. Miguel's having some difficulties. I can see him losing to Better BF, says Danny. Danny says he can see him losing to Beterbiev. What's it about Beterbiev then that you see him troubling Canelo?
He's too strong, honestly. Like I saw his last fight against the French guy, Marcus Brown.
No, it was against his name slips up. Brown.
Yeah. Marcus Brown, I think.
Marcus Brown, that's it. Yeah, Brown.
I
Yeah.
was really impressed with the way, because he got a bad cut. I was just impressed the way he finished the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a couple better BF fights from before that one too. He just looks too powerful, honestly.
Yeah, he's a very, very strong guy. Very strong guy. You know, do you think he would stop Canelo or no?
Ooh. No. I don't think Canelo gets stopped the rest of his career, to be honest.
So you think he beats Canelo on points?
Yeah, points or late stoppage. But I don't see him stopping Canelo though. I just that would be a very close fight. Canelo would either have to drop better BF, because I don't know. That's super close.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I get where you're coming from, Kev. That's a hard fight to call. You know, that's a bad dude, man. Beterbiev, he's a bad dude. You know, proper tough fight. But some people seem to think Bivol's a more tougher fight. It's a more he's a more skilled guy.
Imran, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I had you in.
Finally.
Yeah, you were having issues, man. What was going on?
Yes, I don't know what happened, what's going on, but hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Just fine. What you guys are talking about now, so I can get into the game?
Yeah, man. We were basically talking about this. David Benavidez, his promoter, said that Canelo was offered more than 50 million. I don't know if you've seen the interview with the boxing coach. He said,
go ahead.
Yeah, he basically said that Canelo was offered 50 million, more than 50 million. He didn't give an exact number, but he just said more than 50 million to fight David Benavidez. And I'm thinking, if Canelo got offered that money, over 50 million to fight David Benavidez, Canelo should be picking up that phone and saying, yes, please, you know?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think that's false. When the heck they're going to get 50, you know, when the hell they're going to get $50 million? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not going to bring in the people.
Fight, though, Miguel, don't you think Benavidez and what's it called? Canelo is a massive fight because Benavidez is American Mexican, so they could do that in Mexico.
You know what? It could be, but I believe that that Benavidez right now is too young, too fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's too flat-footed. You know, he's like in the quicksand. He's not going to move from there. And Canelo likes those. And Canelo likes those fights.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Look what he did to Chavez.
Oh, exactly. You know, and he's going to tear him apart on the body because he leaves himself wide open to the body when he throws shots. You know, he's tall and linky, and Canelo's going to go after that body and going to bring him down. And right now, I believe Benavidez should get more fights into it, get more experience in that. Okay. Because right now, if he, you know, for one freak reason that they offer Canelo, you know, what they say, you know, blah, 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 you know, Canelo's just going to tear him apart.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it, I believe I give it about 2 more years, even though Canelo will be 33 or 34. You know, they can make that fight in Mexico City, in the Azteca Stadium. Because that will bring at least maybe 90,000 to 100,000 people in there.
Miguel, you're from Mexico, right?
Yes, sir.
So what's Benavidez? What do people think of Benavidez in Mexico? How is he?
It's not much talk. It's not much talk about Benavidez over there, man. It's an unknown.
He's on
I
North.
thought they would have loved him. I thought they would have loved him.
No. Only the people in Arizona, around the border in Arizona, yeah, they know about him. But in Mexico, it's not well known, to be honest with you.
Mm.
You know, it's not.
Oh, yeah,
until he gets some good fights. You know, and with good names like Charlo or what's the other Boo Boo, or any other fighter that is, you know, Triple G. If it goes up to 168, why not? You know, he hasn't fought anybody that he can give him any problems.
No.
You know, Benavidez. Yeah, he can knock down the last fight. With the last fight he fought, right? Didn't he? Yeah, and he got up and knocked the guy out. Yeah, but that's that's a journeyman. You know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thing is, the Benavidez needs to fight Bubu Andrade or Charlo or Triple G.
Migo, you know, let me ask you this. David Benavidez's promoter said, we want more money to fight Andrade than Canelo.
That is a joke, man. Come on. That's a ridiculous statement. I mean, when the hell are they going to get the pay-per-views? Honestly.
Yeah.
To pay him whatever he wants. Please.
He said he'll take less money to fight Canelo. How? Why? Why?
Please, come on. He wants, you know, they can say anything they want right now in order to bring Canelo down and his reputation. Okay. Because it's jealousy. You know, if you think about it, I mean, right now Canelo's making the money. Nobody else is making no money. Right?
No, but you know what he said? You know what his promoter said? His promoter said that David Benavidez is making more money than anybody apart from Canelo. Like, you know, like we're talking Charlo, Andrade, and all these guys. David Benavidez is making more than all of them. And I was like, nah, man, he's not making more than Charlo.
Show the proof. Show the proof. They haven't showed nothing, right?
No.
You know, it's all speculation, it's all rumors, and it's all lies. That's the way it's going to be. They're all a bunch of lies. I don't believe any of that.
Do you believe that Canelo was offered more than 50 million to fight Benavidez?
No. There's no way. Like I said, where in the heck they're gonna get the $50 million or more?
Yeah.
Where?
You don't think that fight's big enough to warrant that kind of purse?
Not right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Not at this moment, no. Because Canelo has, you know, Bivol and what's his name, Charlo. If that fight it will be made, if it makes the fight, you know, because of the troubles that Charlo had. You know, now he's out of jail. You know, the personal charges on him, so he's free. You know, but it all depends. But right now, Canelo, you know, like you say, all the rumors about Triple G fighting the trilogy, you know, 3 times again with Triple G in Mexico. But that's only rumors. You know, you know, to me, I don't believe all that until I see it, until I see the sign sealed and delivered. Because right now it's all speculations. We can talk about speculations all they want, you know, but let's show the facts.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Who do you want to see Canelo fight next then?
Oh, gee. Well, you know, it's first of all, you know, Vivo was in his mind. You know, when what's his name? That last, I forgot his name. Jesus Christ. Who was the last? No. What's it? Jesus Christ.
Plant.
Yeah. Kell and Plant, yeah. You know, when they were having problems negotiating and stuff like that, the first thing that came in his mind, it was people, right?
Yeah.
So I think it will be Bivol, to be honest with you.
You think he's gonna fight? You think he's gonna fight Bivol next?
Bivol next, right?
You think a lot of people seem to think that's a dangerous fight for Canelo. A lot of people seem to think that Bivol's got very good skills and he could outbox Canelo.
Well, that is true, but you know, I have I have so much faith on Canelo that he can come through with that.
Yeah,
He can. He's too intelligent for that. I mean, he will get through the fight through people. He will outsmart people. He knows. If he will never talk about him if he could not handle him. But I'm pretty sure he will handle him just fine. And I believe it will go to a decision, or in the later rounds, and maybe the 10th, 11th, he will stop him.
Stoppage.
If it comes to that. But I think people will be the best thing for Canelo to go for.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Charlo. It all depends how Canelo feels about what he did. Assault. The felony of the misdemeanor they had of the assault. He assault somebody, right? I think it's
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah, he hit him.
Yeah. He did. Yeah.
And apparently his cousin or his nephew will change his mind and drop the charges.
Right. Yeah. To be honest, with Charlo, I want to see that fight. I like that fight. I don't think Charlo can beat Canelo, but I just think I like it. I think it's a good narrative, like a good build up. Charlo's a biggish name as well. That's a good fight. I think Canelo should probably, if he can get that fight. I think the Bivol fight's a hard fight. It's a very harder fight for Canelo.
Yes.
But I don't think it's that big,
Well, they can make it big, to be honest with you.
If
they really want to, with the right promotion and all that kind of stuff. They can make it big, because a lot of people start knowing Bivol now. It's all over it's all over the news on the boxing, in the boxing world. So,
Kev, what? Miguel, Kev made a point. Kev said that Beterbiev would beat Canelo. Kev, do you want to expand on your point, what you were saying about Beterbiev beating Canelo?
I just think Beterbiev is too strong, too big, too strong. I think he stops Canelo late, like a 10th, 11th round. I don't think Canelo can hurt him as much as people think he will, to be honest. I do think he beats Bivol, though. I think he stops Bivol.
Yeah.
You think Canelo stops Bivol?
Yeah.
What do you think, Miguel?
I will give him a 60-40 to beat Beterbiev.
Yeah.
Because Bivol is he moves better. He moves more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Beterbiev is almost just like a Benavides.
Yeah.
He likes to.
He's better. He's stronger. He's bigger.
Yeah. But it's bigger, yes. But also he leaves his body wide open too.
Yeah.
Right?
That's probably Canelo's best chance. Like working the body.
Yeah, one shot to the liver and he goes down.
Yeah.
No matter how big you are, the right punch in the liver.
Beterbiev has been dropped before, right? Multiple times.
Yeah.
I think
that was a shot to the chin, though.
Yeah,
that was a shot to the chin. Yeah,
and when you give you that hook to the liver, it paralyzes you. If you go down quickly with
liver shot, deadly. Liver shots
exactly. And just like Benavides, he leaves himself wide open on those.
Yeah. I think Benavides against Canelo. Benavides, he has fast hands, right? So everyone who got fast hands, they're not disciplined enough on defense. They get kind of greedy. They get greedy on the inside, and they get dropped from body shots.
Correct. No, you're right about that. And Beterbiev, it's a little slower.
Yeah.
But he leaves himself wide open. Look what happened in this last fight.
That's true.
So,
guys, I want to ask you. Victor makes a point. Victor says, "Brother Imran, I agree with you about 90% of your points of view. Only thing I don't share with you is about Benavides. You compare Benavides like he's an average good boxer. I can tell you he's not. He's an average good boxer. Do you mean I give him too less praise or too much praise? I don't know. What do you guys think of Benavides?
I don't. Honestly, I think, like I said, Benavides needs more experience.
Yeah.
Bottom line, he needs more experience. He's still a little green. He needs to get more mature. He needs to get more mature when he throws the punches and the way he's going to cover himself on the body. So yeah, Benavidez, because everybody's praising Benavidez. I'm not saying that you do him wrong, but at least you get to the point. But the point being that everybody wants Benavidez to fight Canelo. Okay, give a good reason. They said, "Oh, he'd be trouble for Canelo." In what ways? Which way? But nobody's giving you that. Nobody's saying anything about that. No, because he's taller and he throws. He has a good punch. Yeah, but he hasn't fought the likes of Canelo with a good chin.
Let's bring Ahmed in. Ahmed, what's going on, man? I hope you're well. What's good?
Yeah, I'm just at work, man. Yeah, I seen you come on and that, and I just wanted to come on and have a good chat.
Yeah. You know what? There's a lot to talk about. What do you want to talk about, Ahmed?
Just Canelo and Bivol and that. I just really wanted to get signed, man. I don't want to feel like it's too good to be true.
You like Bivol, eh?
No. I like Bivol as well, but I want to see Canelo tested in a way where, with the way people are put on a pedestal, this is the fight he needs to have, rather than Charlo. I don't want to see Charlo because I know he can beat Charlo, but I'm not sure about if he can beat Bivol. So that's the fight we want to see in where we're not sure if he can beat an opposition or not. This is why I want to see the Bivol fight.
Yeah. I agree. It's a better fight, but the Charlo fight's a bigger fight, though, eh, Ahmed?
Yeah, Charlo fight might be bigger in terms of eyes on the fight, but me being on, I know, which is a tougher fight.
Yeah. I agree. Miguel was saying that as well. That Bivol's a tougher fight than Charlo.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely is. Canelo stops Charlo. Stops Bivol. Who said that? Do you think Canelo stopped Bivol? You said that, didn't you, Kev?
Yeah.
You think?
I think he does late stoppage, 10, 11 rounds.
No, I think Bivol's too big and strong, and I think his IQ is really good as well. I think it's gonna go 12 rounds, and if it doesn't go 12 rounds, then I don't know. I think if I were to pick somebody to stop somebody, it might be Bivol to stop Canelo late on.
Really?
I don't know
Bivol
about
can
that.
stop Canelo? I can't see that, man.
I can't see that.
He's a really good boxer. He's got good movement and he's powerful. He's got good IQ. And I think it's just a fight. For me, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight.
But do you honestly think Bivol has the power to stop Canelo? I've not seen that kind of power, man.
No, he stopped. Did he not? He stopped. Joe Smith. Did he go the distance with Joe Smith?
Did he go the
or did he stop Joe Smith?
I think
he
stopped him. He stopped him.
Yeah, he stopped Joe Smith.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped him. Yeah, he stopped him. I think. Yeah. But the thing is, though, he went the distance, though, Ahmed, with Richards.
Okay, Richards is a big, strong guy. He's about 6'3". Don't forget. And
yeah, true.
It was
like Canelo would stop Richards. Come on, Ahmed, you know that.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, Canelo could stop Richards, but sometimes styles make fights as well, innit?
Yeah. So here's the thing, Ahmed. Let me ask you this, Mike. Ahmed, one sec. Let me just cut your. Mike T says Canelo already faced taller, stronger pressure fighters. Benavidez ain't bringing anything Canelo hasn't seen before, and he will stop him. What do you think of Benavidez, Ahmed? Do you like that Canelo Benavidez fight? How do you rate Benavidez?
I rate Benavidez. I rate him a bit below Bivol. I think he's got good fast hands, but I think I'm not sure whether the incoming attack how good is he at defense, because Canelo he'll exploit that if his defense is not good enough, because it's one thing dishing out punishment, which he's really good at, but I don't know if he can take them shots and quick shots inside, body shots the way Canelo targets the body, and I don't think his feet are as good as Bivol's,
He's flat-footed. He's fast of hands, but flat-footed, right?
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's the issue that Benavidez has against Canelo. Bivol's very fleet of foot. He's very fast. You know what I mean? That's a proper fight.
Bivol can get out of danger. You see.
Yeah, and he's taller than Canelo as well. Got a good jab as well.
Yeah, but he got hurt against Joe Smith though.
He got what? Sorry.
He got hurt against Joe Smith.
Did he get hurt against Joe
Smith? Yeah. No, I think he said he got hurt in the 10th round. Because when I was watching the fight, I could see.
When did Bivol? I thought Bivol. I can't fathom that fight, man. That fight. When was that fight?
It was only 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
But Joe Smith wasn't world champion at that point, was he?
But he had beaten Bernard Hopkins on that.
Yeah, but Bernard Hopkins was washed, man.
I know he was washed up, yeah. But I mean, he was at that stage where he was up to compete, but Bivol completely washed him, really.
Yeah. But Joe Smith with Beterbiev. Who wins that fight, Ahmed?
Beterbiev is going to be too much for him.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Beterbiev.
Yeah.
And this is where I want it to really get interesting, for Canelo, if he fought Bivol and Beterbiev, and if he could beat them too, man, what a career that would be.
Yeah.
And these are the questions I want answering, and this is why, I don't want him to fight Charlo and waste 6 months to provide the best fighters possible.
Yeah. You know what, Ahmed? I'm gonna ask you a question. On the weekend, we got Khan v Brook. Oh, that's massive here, man. What's gonna go off in that fight?
What's gonna go off in that fight after? I think I said to you last time. One day I'd wake up thinking Brook, one day Khan. But now as the fight's gone closer, I've watched gloves are off, and I'm just seeing the mood and everything. I'm leaning towards Amir Khan now to win this one.
What, by stoppage?
The decision points.
Really?
I think he'll rack up. I think he'll rack up too many of the early rounds for Brook to catch up with him, and Brook's not going to be able to to close the deficit. And I can see. Do
you think Brook can knock him
out?
Yes.
He's capable here, but I don't think he will on this occasion. If they'd fought in their primes, he would have had a better chance because of his precision, timing, accuracy. But I think because they've both declined as well, I just think at this moment in time, Khan's going to have enough. I mean, he's been in a terrific camp as well against Crawford and Bomac and that, and I think he's got real confidence going into the fight. And I can see him pulling this one off. So Amir Khan to win on points. Banker, get on it if you're a betting man.
What do you think, Kev?
I agree. I'm very interested in this fight. I'm from North America, so they're not really talking about it here, but I can't wait. I think Amir Khan will win on points, exactly like Ahmed said, to be fair. He might get hurt, though. He might get hurt.
He might get hurt. He might have to get up from the canvas. Yeah. You know what I mean? What's Brotherhood going off on about Charlo and Khan? He keeps going off that Brotherhood keeps saying that why did Canelo fight Khan? Why didn't he fight? But he can't fight Charlo. Guys, what's your opinion about that? Canelo fought Khan, but he's not fighting Charlo. Do you think Khan's a better win than Charlo?
That was in 2016, right? That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Marky Dan says, I've got no confidence in Khan's chin. To be honest with you, Marky Dan, I'm with you, and as you know, I'm a massive Khan fan. I haven't got no confidence myself at this point. Especially Khan in his prime wasn't exactly had a granite chin. So imagine he went down a lot of times. Imagine now at 35 being inactive. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just hope he catches Brook and takes him out in the first couple of rounds, to be honest. So I don't have to go through hell, It's gonna be hard, man, watching on Saturday. It's gonna be hard. But yeah, in terms of getting back to this, right? Bivol. And I want to see Bivol. I want to see Benavidez v Bivol. Well, how do you think that fight goes? That's a good fight.
Yeah, that is a good fight.
Yeah, that'll be a good fight. But I can see Bivol landing the cleaner punches though. I think, and avoiding Benavidez with his good footwork and that. And I can see Bivol nicking it, but it'll be a good fight.
What do you? Okay, let me ask you this, Ahmed. Charlo v Benavidez, who wins?
Charlo Benavidez, that's a close fight. That'll be a close fight. But if I had to pick a winner, it'd be Benavidez.
Really?
Yes.
I think Benavidez beats Charlo.
I think stronger styles make fights, and I think his volume punches and that will come on strong. I think for him.
Is Benavidez overrated, Kev?
Yeah. Even Charlo's overrated.
Yeah?
I think they're both overrated. I think Charlo wins the fight though against Benavidez.
Ahmed, you're a guy for skills, right? Ahmed, you're a guy that loves skills, yeah?
Yeah.
Demetrius Andrade, has that guy got skills?
I think he has. He's a good fighter, I think, and I think he'd be a worthy opponent for somebody like Canelo. Don't know whether he's capable of winning. Yeah, he's a good fighter. He's got some skills.
Do you think? Look, how good a fighter do you think Andre is? I know you rate Bivol very highly. How highly do you rate Andre? Because he's got very good skills as well. If Andre was to fight Bivol, would you give Andre any chance?
No, I wouldn't give him a chance. First of all, the size difference and the strength difference.
But Andre's big though. Ahmed, Andre's massive. I know these guys make lower weight, but Andre looks huge to me, man. He's about Bivol's height. He looks massive.
Yeah, he is, but there's a natural thing of being a 175 pounder. Bivol's battle tested as well. He can take a good shot, everything. You know, I don't know why. I don't know if Andre can take what Bivol brings to the table.
What about? Let me ask you this then: Better Biev v Bivol. Who wins that one?
50 fight.
Yeah.
Styles make Bivol's capable of beating Better Biev and Better beating Bivol. So I'd call it 50 fight. You know, it just depends.
You think
but if I had to pick a winner, I'd go with Bivol just on his feet. Just so it's been that slightly bit cuter.
What do you think, Kev?
It's really good. Bivol got really nice footwork. He knows what to do in the ring. He's smart. He's very smart. But Better Biev can't move like Bivol, but I think he can hurt Bivol. But I don't know if he can hurt Bivol to the point. I think Bivol wins on points.
Really? You think Bivol wins on points?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a brave call, guys. Brave call, you know, to say Bivol beats Better Biev. That's a tough one. It's a tough one because let's be honest, you know, he is a beast, Better Biev. He is an absolute beast. You know, it's hard to go against that guy, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
You see, this is why. You see, this is why Canelo. This is why I would rate Canelo. If Canelo went on to be Better Biev and Bivol, I'd rate Canelo so much because of two different styles he's gonna have to deal with at 175. You know, Better Biev pressure, come forward fighter, Bivol all round fighter, and if Canelo could beat both of them, just imagine, you know, that'd be awesome. That, you know, two different type of fighters at 175 he would have beaten.
If he beats both of them, because then he'll probably go on to beat all the guys that these idiots are saying he's ducking, like Charlo, Benavidez, Andrade. So if he beats all of them, I wonder what people will say about his legacy, especially comparing to like other greats, because then he would have beaten Better Biev and Bivol and all the guys he said he was ducking, and he would have a trilogy with Triple G. So
for me though, he wouldn't need to fight Charlo and Andrade. if he beat Bivol and Beterbiev, he wouldn't need to look close. People would have to find him at 175. I mean, that'd be securing your legacy type of thing, beating them two.
Yeah. That's true.
My man Victor's on. My man Victor Martinez. What's going on, Victor? Victor? Oh, he probably takes some time to get. Victor's. I don't know, Victor. Victor, you there? So Brendan Jackson says Andrade's entire resume is nothing but fieldings or less. Liam Williams got beat by Liam Smith twice, and that's Andrade's best opponent who rocked him multiple times.
James Deere, Kevin doesn't hate black fighters. Kevin is black himself. Dummy.
Kev hates black fighters. Kev. Do you want to, Kev? Go on, Kev. Jay, my man, James Deere. Go on.
I seen James Deere in the chat. Even what's the other guy's name? Mackay be having beef with James Deere too.
Yeah.
I don't hate black fighters. I'm black myself, Kev. So.
Right, yeah, James, man, that's wrong, man. He's also a fellow black man, and you're accusing him of hating black guys. No, that's not right. That's not right. He's you know that.
Hey, Imran, can you hear me now?
What's going on, Victor?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, sorry, my microphone was off.
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, probably you. I've been kind of posting several messages on your YouTube channel about that. I agree, like pretty much on everything you say. You got a lot of common sense on boxing. Yeah. All your knowledge about boxing. The only thing that I disagree it's about Benavidez. I think, on my point of view, he is you got it kind of underrated.
You mean because I think underrated skills. I didn't know what you were saying. I didn't know what you were saying because you were saying you left it open. Maybe you overrate him or underrate him. I didn't know. Yeah, go on.
No, you only have like a certain amount of words that you can put on a message on YouTube. So they didn't let me finish. So that's why it was a little confusing. But I honestly think that even it's just at this point of on Canelo's career, it's just either Benavidez or Beterbiev, the only one that actually represents and I've been listening that you're asking about a potential fight between Beterbiev and Bivol, and I think Beterbiev wouldn't have any problem with Bivol because Bivol he doesn't have the power to keep Beterbiev off of him, and Beterbiev he's just a beast. He's just coming after me. He's just a beast, and honestly, he and Benavidez are the only two that actually represent a real threat to Canelo. And Benavidez, the only problem with Benavidez is nobody really wants to fight him. Charlo, he doesn't want to fight because, I mean, it's not up to him. It's up to Al Haymon to let him fight. And they don't want to take the chance because it's a pretty good chance that Charlo can lose the fight against Benavidez and just lose a potential fight with Canelo and lose all that money, So, yeah, that's what I think.
What do you make of this? Canelo was offered 50 million to fight David Benavidez. His promoter said. What do you make of that?
Well, it's a lot of money. I think at this point of Canelo's career, he can just at this point he got 2 or 3 different options. Either he can go to the zone, fight Beterbiev or Charlo, even if Charlo is still now in some legal problems. But I think the fight is still, they still can do the fight. So he got a lot of options. Either option is pretty good, just fighting Bivol and Golovkin or Charlo or Benavidez. They are really good fights. Really, really good fights.
I'd agree. I think there's some really good fights to be made. I'm looking forward to who he fights next. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to this fight.
I think within the next couple of weeks, at the latest, is when Reynoso is gonna let everybody know, what they're gonna do, who they're gonna fight. Probably. I don't think probably a couple of weeks at the most.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to who Canelo decides to fight next, because obviously I'm always interested in Canelo fights. I think he's great. I want to see him. I wouldn't mind a Charlo fight, wouldn't mind a Bivol fight. I wouldn't mind anyone, to be honest, of that kind of level. I'm glad that the Makabu fight is being put to one side, because I wasn't happy about that. I thought that was a bit of a damp one, you know what I mean?
And Macabo did nothing that night to earn the fight. He was just really, sloppy.
It was terrible.
He was horrible, man. I was very disappointed. You want to make a statement, he should actually put a lot of heart on that fight, so he can potentially earn something, but he did nothing. I mean, nothing. It was I watched the whole fight, and it was pretty boring to watch. He didn't even want to. He just wanted to make sure that they go to the scorecards and win rounds. But it was, it was a horrible fight.
My man, Little Penny's in the house. Little Penny, what's going on, Little Penny?
Hey, Imran, how are you? I was about to watch the Behind the Ropes Khan Brook video, but then I saw your live stream, so I think I'll go with you guys instead.
You know what, Little Penny? I actually did a video with Ray and you probably seen it, Between the Ropes, Josh. I did a video with Ray about Khan and Brook, and I'm actually really nervous right now for that fight. I don't know, Little Penny, man. Little Penny, who wins that? I don't know.
Hey, Aaron, before I answer that question, when was that video uploaded? Because I haven't seen that.
No. We did it today.
Oh, today, okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah. At 7 o'clock, we filmed a video about an hour long, and I'm gonna upload it probably tomorrow or Friday.
Oh, okay. So it's not uploaded yet, you mean?
No, it's not uploaded. No. That's gonna be uploaded. We talked about
Imran, I think Khan will win. Although a lot of people I've noticed, especially in Britain, a lot of people are picking Brook. But a lot of the Americans are picking Khan. Even Sean Porter said Khan will win. I don't know if you saw the Sean Porter.
Yeah, I did. I thought he said Khan, but I saw him on another channel where he was saying Brook will win and Khan's got a glass jaw, and I don't know with that guy. That guy's a bit weird.
I've seen him say Khan and Brook. I don't know. So I don't know who he's choosing.
Yeah, I know, man. He said Khan and Brook. That guy's off it a little bit, man. He's a bit weird.
He's a little bit
weird. He's got 1 minute on his own platform, he's saying Khan's gonna win. Then on another platform, he's saying Khan's got a glass chin and Brook will win that fight. I'm like, mate, you just I don't understand. The guy's a bit weird, man. I was like, come on, man, be consistent with your answers. You know what I mean? I don't know though. I honestly don't know. It's like I don't know what Amir Khan will turn up.
He's more fresher though, in my opinion. Because I feel like Brook, man, if you punch him in the face, anywhere in his face, especially his face, man, he's gonna swivel per se. Like he can.
But Lil Penny, Marky Dan said, "Can you trust Amir Khan's chin, especially at this point?"
Yeah, but the thing is with Brook, he's broken, dude. Not only one eye, but two eyes. So if you hit that eye, it will blow up, like it will swell, and then he'll start. First of all, he's already gun shy. If Khan hits one of those eyes, and it's because it's already broken, it's quite sensitive, right? So one of them's going to swell, and he will be even more gun shy. To be honest with you, I think Dominic Ingle will save the fight for him.
You think how does Brook win then? How does Brook win? Does he have to go for it early or just go gung ho?
Yeah, that's a good question. I I think he has to go for it and knock out Khan in the first or second rounds because, and he said it. He said he wants a phone booth. Remember, he said he wants a phone booth fight or like a bar fight or something like that. So I'm guessing he's gonna go for it because I don't think that those two eyes can last after 3 rounds.
Marky Dan said you can last a couple of rounds with a janky eye, but it only takes one clean shot to put Khan out.
Yep. Oh, sorry. I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But also, it's the same thing for Brook too, because of his.
But I don't know. I don't know though. Has Brook got the power to take Khan clean out with one punch? I don't think so.
No.
Is he?
No.
I don't.
He never has.
Hey.
He never has. Like he's
like,
not.
Who's Khan been knocked out by one clean punch? Canelo. That's it.
Canelo and Prescott.
Yeah, but even Prescott though, Little Penny was up on his feet.
Yeah,
and
true.
that was a very young Amir Khan as well.
Yeah, he got up too early. He should have stayed down.
And even in the Garcia fight, he got hit with a huge left hook, and he was up.
Yeah, true.
So does Brook hit harder than those guys? I don't know.
No.
What do you think, Penny?
No, I don't think so. He doesn't hit hard. His main attribute was his timing. Now, Imran. Now, full disclosure. I think in their primes, say around 2013, 2014, when Brook was a champion at welterweight, I'm going to give the slight edge to Kell Brook because of his size.
You said in 2013, 14, you picked Brook, and in 2011, 12, you would have picked Khan.
Yes.
I read your message.
Because when you're a champion, because Amir Khan wasn't a champion in 20. I think the last time he was a champion was 2011.
2011.
Yeah, and Khan's and Brook's confidence was sky high at that time.
Yeah. And he's a bigger man as well.
Yeah, and Imran, you're not going to like this, right? But to be honest, I think the reason why Khan didn't want to take that fight at that time, 2013, 2014, because he kind of like Mayweather's reason for not fighting Pacquiao in 2010, he wasn't 100% sure that he could beat him.
Oh, of course.
But now he is.
Because here's the thing, Little Penny. You lose to Kell Brook, the Mayweather fight goes. He wanted Mayweather.
Yes.
So he knew why should I take a risky fight with Kell Brook? If I lose that, I'm done in terms of Mayweather. And why should I give this guy the opportunity? Because if Brook had won, then Brook would have got the opportunity to fight Mayweather. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
He would have been in line. So the point is that Khan didn't want that at that point because he knew that it didn't make sense for him. It didn't make sense for him, from a business point of view. I don't think he was scared of Kell Brook. I don't think he was scared that, I'm actually afraid of fighting Kell Brook. But
no one is.
I think he was like more what it could have on his career. But I think the main reason is that Khan was chasing bigger fish at that point.
Yeah, but I think, Imran, I think the reason why some of the British fans are against Amir Khan is because once Amir Khan knew that he wasn't going to get either the Pacquiao fight or the Mayweather fight, maybe 2016, 2017, because Amir did sign with Eddie Hearn for a few fights there. They should have made that fight happen. But
he was past it then. When he signed with Eddie Hearn, I felt like that fight was past it then as well. Like in terms of like Amir had just been knocked out. I don't think Amir's been the same ever since he got knocked out to Canelo, Little Penny.
But same with Brook though. He's not the same when he got.
Oh yeah, he's not either. It's just that, like you said, Little Penny. You said, I remember in one of your messages, you said that Khan's prime was a lot longer than Brook's prime. Do you know what I mean?
And he's more decorated.
Brook didn't have a prime. Brook didn't have a prime. Let's be real. He had one win against Porter.
But that was a good win, though. I mean,
no, it was a good win. It was a good win. But what I mean is, he didn't have a string of wins at world class level like Khan did. Khan beat Zab Judah, Kotelnik, Alexander. He beat Maidana. You know what I mean? He beat like good to good. Whereas Brook never had those names.
Yeah, correct. His career is more decorated, and in history, Amir Khan's legacy will be remembered more than Kell Brook. Even if Kell Brook wins here, I don't think
it won't be.
From now, I don't think we're going to kind of like the Pacquiao Mayweather fight as well. Like 50 years from now, no one's going to remember that because it was too late. Like even like now, if you ask people like which fight was the best, which Mayweather fight was the best in terms of how he performed, well, no one says the Pacquiao Mayweather. Even sometimes, even I hear people say, "Oh, the Canelo fight was better," because you know it was Canelo wasn't washed up, even though he was really young. But the way he beat Canelo was more convincing, and how he beat Pacquiao, and everyone knew that fight was 5 years too late. So from a legacy standpoint, it doesn't matter. Like that's why no one brings up that
Well,
fight.
the thing is, though, Little Penny, those two are still two of the best fighters in the world.
Yeah.
Khan and Brook are not two of the best fighters in the world. They're not even two of the best fighters in the division. Forget the world. So the thing is, the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, I would still argue, had a massive legacy to it because both guys were still two of the best. Or like you would have both of them at that point in the top 5 pound for pound, right?
Yeah, but Imran, if you ask people which is Mayweather's best wins, hardly anyone mentions the Pacquiao victory. They always say the the Corrales fight, the Canelo win, like maybe the Mosley win because you know how he came back. No one ever mentions the Pacquiao fight, and at that time, Pacquiao was the number 3 pound per pound. Mayweather was number 1. And still they don't mention it. And the reason for that is because it was 5 years too late.
Okay, Little Penny, who wins? Who wins 5 years earlier in 2010, Mayweather or Pacquiao?
Look, I'm a huge Pacquiao fan. And this is the reason why I actually followed boxing. But in my personal opinion, I think Floyd would have beaten him. But
really?
Yes, he would have beaten him because he's too fast. He's too quick. It would have been a lot closer than the 2015 fight. It would have been maybe like 8-4, maybe 9-3, rather than like a 10-2, 11-1 fight.
What do you make of people saying that Pacquiao beat Mayweather in the fight that they had in 2015?
I think Pac just said that because you know, he's an alpha himself, like, you know, all alpha males.
You
know what I mean? Like, and I don't think Pac wanted to, kind of like how Kell Brook feels. I don't think Pac wanted to admit that he lost because he was waiting for him for 5 years. Same thing with Brook. If Khan wins this fight, right, Brook's not gonna even acknowledge him, or like he's probably gonna say something like, you know, sometimes those. Because, you know, when you have what do you call it? Like because you've been waiting for so long and it's like, you know what I mean? I can't explain that.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. I don't know, man. I don't know. The thing is, like, Mayweather and Pacquiao were still good. These two are like past it, man. These two are
But it's still good for Imran. Even though they're past it, because they're gonna go all in. We just want to see a good fight, man. Like kind of like with the Serrano Taylor fight. We don't care if it's female. We just want to see a good fight.
Yeah, true.
And this one is a good fight too because they're both washed up. They're gonna go for it. They're gonna go gung ho. Because like if you're in their prime, Imran, Kell Brook might like just outbox Khan, and it's not gonna be. And Khan will just be the one who's aggressive moving forward. Kell Brook's probably going to use his back foot. It's going to be a boring fight, right? Whereas here, Kell Brook doesn't have that foot speed anymore, so he's going to go for it himself. So it's actually it's a more of an exciting fight. You know what I mean?
Ahmed, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I just think Amir Khan, you know, he's got to stick to the game plan, and he can't be forced into the way Kell Brook wants him to fight. I mean, Kell Brook might want to have that scrap that he said, you know, just let his emotions get the better of him during the fight. But Amir can't do that because he'll be playing into Kell Brook's hands. But if Amir Khan sticks to his game plan and does what he does best, I think he'll frustrate Kell Brook all night, and I think he'll beat him. But he's got to not get emotional with Kell Brook in there.
Yeah, otherwise it could be dangerous, right?
Yeah.
especially at this. Ahmed, do you think Brook has the power to wipe Khan out with one punch?
No,
No.
not with one punch. I mean, he's not got that much power. And then people say Khan's not got a good chin, but he's not got a. It's not a bad chin. He just gets hit on the chin, innit? That's the problem. I mean, he's not got a good chin, but he's not got a bad chin as well. People to say Kell Brook can wipe him out with a punch, I do disagree. But if he does get hit flush, if like I said, if he gets emotional and gets it clipped the way he did, then he could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey Ahmed, if Kell Brook can get knocked out by a jab, right? Now, albeit Bud Crawford, right? But if you can get knocked out by a jab, that means that any power shots, and Amir Khan's got 2 of them, right? And it's so friggin' fast you can't even see it, right? If he has that with 2 broken eye sockets, right? I think Amir Khan has the power to knock him out cold in the first or second round.
Possibly, but with the Crawford thing, I mean, Crawford's got very, very good timing, very sharp shooter. He's got a lot of power, and he timed him to perfection with that jab. I know that was skill involved, and basically, even same when he fought Amir Khan, when he dropped Amir Khan in the first round, people don't understand. It's knowing when to throw the punch at the exact timing, and that was involved in Kell Brook going down and being knocked out. Whereas here, like I don't think Kell Brook's like can't take a punch or anything now, just because what happened with the Crawford thing.
Do you I don't know, man. I don't know, Little Penny. I don't know whether can Khan knock out Brook. I don't know. Possibly, man. Possibly. I think he can.
I think he can too.
It's only gonna have to be early on. I mean, he's gonna have to overwhelm him.
Yeah, that's what I think, man. Early on.
If he doesn't, then he lets Brook settle, but Khan should just really stick to the game plan. I mean, he doesn't want to take any risks. He can't get emotional. He can't. I think Khan won't be emotional because he knows the significance of the fight. He knows he can't afford to lose this fight for his legacy. And I think he knows he's made mistakes in the past against Danny Garcia. He cannot do that on this occasion, because I think he would have beaten Danny Garcia had he stuck to the game plan. And
he was beating him. Ahmed, he was beating him in the scorecards.
This is what I mean. He was beating him, and when he lets emotions get up, we know Amir Khan's he's not a good brawler and stuff. And if he starts that with Kell Brook, then it's only going to end one way. He can't brawl.
I can't see him brawling with Kell Brook though. Can you see him like going and doing what he was doing against Danny Garcia? I just don't see it. I don't see him being that type of fighter. Do you know what I mean? I don't see it, man. I don't see him doing that, to be honest. I think, I can't see it.
Yeah, this is what I mean. His feet are going to have to be good. Amir Khan's movement, side to side movement, his feet needs to be really strong. And I think he must have done a good conditioning with him, with the Crawford camp and that, and going really ready for this. And if he can, stick to his game plan, box and move, I think he could frustrate Kell Brook all night. And Kell looking for that punch all night, and he won't find it.
Ahmed, Imran, NK. Sean Porter said something really interesting on his podcast. He said that Amir Khan's hands are so fast that his feet can't catch up to it, and because of that, he gets out of position to the point where people can hit him. And I've seen that a few times. Like when he throws his combination, it's so fast, his feet can't get out of the way because it's like he gets in a position where people can hit him clean because his hands are so fast and his feet can't catch up to it.
Yeah, you make a good point there. You know what? I actually think that's more now, though. I think in his prime, I think his feet were very fast as well. I think in his prime, his feet were equally as fast. But I think now, I think his hands are still fast, but I don't think his feet are as fast. Now, you know what I'm looking to see, because you know what, in his last couple of fights against Crawford and what's his name? Billy Dib, he looked quite slow on his feet. So I'm looking to see some quick feet here. You know, have they got him in shape? Because Amir Khan's looking ripped. Have you seen it, Little Penny?
Yeah.
He's in shape.
He was already on point, whereas Brook wasn't. He was really big, and I don't even know. Well, I wonder what Brook.
For some reason, Brook don't look drained to me, Little Penny. I wouldn't be surprised if Brook comes in overweight.
Yeah, because he's big. Like, he hasn't lost weight yet. Like, he'll probably be drained now because he's trying to make 149. But at the time when
I looked at his video today, he doesn't look drained.
Yeah.
He don't look drained. That's what I mean. His face isn't sucked in. Now I don't know whether they're gonna do some like extreme weight cut. Maybe I don't know. A Little Penny. I don't know because I don't know whether they're gonna come in heavy.
Yeah,
I think if I was Kell Brook, I would come in at 151 and give away 200 grand away. Yes, honestly, if he wants to win this fight and give himself some sort of advantage, at 151 he'll feel stronger, healthier, and I think that'll be good for him. Really,
you don't know what's in the contract, man. You don't know what's in the contract. Like, yeah,
I reckon it's more than that, Ahmed. I think it's more than that. I think every pound that is over 149. I don't think it's 100,000. I think it's more like probably like $500,000 for each pound.
Seriously.
No, but they have said 100 grand, but 100 grand's not really a lot of money when we're talking millions. You know what I mean?
This is what I mean.
So is that confirmed?
He might be right.
Imran, is that confirmed that every pound he goes over is 100 grand?
Well, that's what people have been reporting. I don't know. I don't know the contract.
No, that's not true. No way. There's no way Amir Khan is going to put in a contract that if you go over every pound that you go over 149, it's just 100 grand. Of course, it's gonna. If that's the case, then Kell Brook will probably go up to 154, and just give up. I don't know, 600,000 or whatever it is, 500,000. I think it's probably more in the vicinity of $500,000, so that he doesn't go over the catch weight limit. Because what's the point? What's the point of having a catch weight if it's so easy? If it's only 100 grand, you might as well not have it.
Now, let me tell you guys, if this fight was at 154, I would put Kell Brook as the favorite. Because it's at 149, I'm putting Amir Khan as the favorite.
But here's the thing though. It wouldn't be fair if it was at 154 because Brook is so much bigger than Khan.
Yeah.
Like, Brook's so much bigger guy, and Khan relies on speed and movement. If Khan goes up in weight, right, then that will mean he gets tired quicker. His stamina will increase quicker. That favors Brook massively, Little Penny.
Yeah, but Imran, Amir Khan fought Canelo at 155.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But we all know how he slowed down in that fight as well. And he got knocked out brutally, savagely in that one.
I think it would have been fairer if it was at 154. I think, I agree with Ahmed. I do think that I will give Brook the slight edge, but I still think Khan can still beat Brook at 154 because of Brook's eyes, man. All he has to do is hit him clean in one of those eyes, and Brook he'll go down, man. Like, dude, an eye is probably the most sensitive part of your body, apart from maybe your balls, right? Your eyes is the most sensitive. So I don't know if any of you guys got hit in the balls, but it doesn't feel good.
I mean, Imran, I don't know whether you agree with me, but I don't know, since this fight's got closer and I've been looking at Kell Brook, it seems to me he's just happy just to be in the moment and just happy just to be there. And I just think that Amir Khan, he's dead serious about finishing the Kell Brook. And I think Kell Brook is just happy just to be there, and he needs to really have that killer instinct. Would you agree with me?
You know what, Ahmed? I don't know. Maybe because I'm such a big Amir Khan fan, I'm finding it difficult to see that this is an easy fight and he's gonna win. And I don't know. I'm just so tense right now, and I want him to win. Maybe the fight plays out so easy for him that in the end I was like, why was I worried? He just completely destroyed Brook. But I just don't know. I just don't know. Like Marky Dan said, at this point, I don't know how Amir is going to react. Like, I don't know. I'm really nervous for him. I don't know how he's going to do, man. I don't know. A Little Penny, man. Maybe you like. How are you guys so confident that he's gonna win? I don't get it. I don't get what you see.
Because first of all, just going into the fight, just the confidence of Amir Khan, number one. Number two, the weight limit I think favors Amir Khan, and then I think there's a rehydration clause on as well, apparently, isn't there? So that as well, and the fact that I think Amir Khan's had a really good camp this time around with Crawford. And just on them facts, and I can't see Kell Brook stopping Amir Khan. I just don't think he'll find the timing against Khan.
Yeah, Ahmed, I agree with you. That weight, that 149 catch weight, that's gonna hurt Brook a lot.
If he comes in 149, if he comes in 149, because he don't look like right now that he's struggling to make any weight.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think he's gonna come in at 149. I just get the feeling I won't be surprised if he takes the hit. So Johnny Nelson suggested that Brook should forget the weight limit and come in heavier, even if he has to pay the fines. He's making a lot of money. What do you think?
That's the reason why I think that Amir Khan made that contract where if you go over the catch weight of 149, you're gonna have to pay a hefty price, so that because Amir probably knew that Kell Brook couldn't make that catch weight.
But
so
how can you say that though, Little Penny? He made £147 for Crawford. He made the weight for Crawford.
But he was younger. He's getting older now.
But a year ago, Little Penny. And he's got 2 more pounds to play with.
Yeah, but didn't Dominic Ingalls say something about the weight where that really cost him in that Bud Crawford fight where he couldn't move and blah blah blah?
Possibly, I don't know. I don't know.
No, Kell Brook was moving well against Crawford early on. He was moving well.
Hey, Steven's here.
Steven, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man. How's everybody doing, man?
Everybody's good, man.
Just fight week, man. Fight week fever here in the UK. Steven, how do you see this, man? Like, people are talking about the weight. People are talking about Kell Brook struggling to make weight. You know, there's a massive fine if he comes over. Amir's put it in the contract. Do you think Kell Brook should be making the weight if he signed a contract saying £149?
Yeah, I mean, number one, that's catch weight anyway. Why come he can't make 149? He should be able to make that. He should be able to make that. You know what I'm saying? Is this a fight that's gonna really count for something? Probably not. You know, it depends on how you look at it. It's a legacy to find a fight, but it ain't nothing that's gonna endow his each one of them record. So whoever wins, it ain't gonna. It's like, you know, it ain't like they're gonna be competing at 147 for the top ranks.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Who have you got, Steven? Who have you got? What are you feeling? Well,
I told you, I told you last time, man. I mean, I'm leaning towards Amir.
Yeah.
But there is a but.
Yeah.
It depends on what Kell Brook is wanting to do. If he's wanting to come out there and really get this fight out, you know what I'm saying, and really, if this really is grudge match, then we in for a one heck of a fight.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's Steven, can you see any of them quitting? Because they both have been accused of quitting in the past. Like Amir got accused of quitting against Crawford, and Kell got accused of quitting against Spence. Do you think? Can you see any of them quitting in this fight, or do you think they'll just go out? Whoever gets beat will go out.
I can see him quitting. I can see Kell Brook quitting.
Really?
I mean, look, his eyes messed up, man. You know, he don't want to take no chances. Not for no fight. You know, when on the back end of his career, you know, he could get hurt real bad. So I see him quitting. I could see Amir quitting. You know, if Amir get hit to the body, He might be like, man, you know what? I've been boxing a long time, man. I mean, pain is pain. Who knows? They both old in terms of career. Both of them are old. Do you know how far back Amir Khan goes?
Yeah, 2004, man. He won his silver
Yeah, he
medal.
been fighting for a long time.
Yeah, man. You're true, man. Stephen, you're hitting the nail on the head. So, what are you saying then? Khan by knockout?
I don't know about Khan by knockout.
What? So
I'm
you
gonna
think
say
the fight go the distance?
it might go the distance. Yeah, it
Do you
could.
reckon?
Yeah.
How are two
'Cause
old fighters gonna go the distance, man?
Man, they gonna be chunking them hands.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be chunking them hands.
Marky Dan said, Stephen. I think he said something that Amir's a very skilled fighter and stuff, but I just don't know whether I can trust his chin at this point.
Hey man, listen. There's a lot of questions. If you really want to be honest about it, there's a lot of questions about the durability of both of them.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100.
If Kell gets hit on the eye, do you think he could go? Knocked out if he gets hit on the eye?
Yeah, I think if Kell get hit the right way on his eye, he gonna fall out. He gonna fall out for dead. He ain't really gonna be hurt that much, but he gonna be like, oh snap, I don't want to go here no more.
Hey Stephen, he doesn't even have to hit him like right where you want it. He has to only hit him right around the eye. The eye will swell because a lot of the nerves around those eye, they're already sensitive. Because there probably are metal plates in there, blah, whatever. Like he doesn't even have to hit him flush in the eye, only right around the eye.
Let me let you in on a little secret, man. Okay, picture this. Everybody close their eyes and picture this. Kell Brook and a guy named Terrence Crawford. They get in the ring and Terrence Crawford has his hands full with Kell Brook. Once Terrence Crawford applied a little pressure, it was done. It was a done deal for Kell Brook. Why? Because he's gunshot now. He don't want to get hurt. But he was. You know, some would argue that he was really winning that fight. You know, man, I keep it 100 though. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it every time. He was winning the fight, but when he got touched, he got touched.
But Stephen, it was a nothing type punch. It wasn't like it was like a well-timed jab. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was a big bomb. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get hurt. Let me tell you something. If I'm out here in the woods, I'm in the country. If I'm out here and I see a grizzly bear and a grizzly bear growl at me, why? Because I don't want to get hurt.
But Stephen, I reckon because the opponent is Amir Khan, I think Kell Brook will risk being hurt. I think he will. He will risk his two eyes because he always has wanted to fight and beat.
You reckon, Lil Wayne? That's a big statement, man.
But Imran, what I'm saying is he will risk it, but Dominic won't let that happen. Dominic Ingle will stop it for him because of as you know, Kell Brook, you probably know better than I do, but of this because you know you're from Britain. But Kell Brook has got this I don't know, like this rivalry back when they were in their teens, and it's always wanted to beat him. And because of that, no one's going to stop him from fighting Amir Khan. but I think Dominic will save his 2 eyes to me. That's why I think it'll be a TKO, probably in the 6th or 7th.
Do you think he'll let it go on though, just because he'll think that I can hit Amir with a punch and stop him?
Nah. I think because because dude, he could lose both of those eyes. I don't. I think I think Kell and Dominic have already spoken about this scenario. Brook probably won't admit to it. He'll probably say, "No, mate, just give me a couple more rounds." But I think Dominic Ingle and maybe Kell Brook's wife, they probably had a chat, just those two, and they said, if you see that my husband's 2 eyes are in danger, you have to throw in the towel, regardless of what Kell Brook says, because dude, 1 eye socket, you should be retired. 2 eye socket, you have got no business being in the ring.
Do you think it's that serious right now for Kell Brook, where this is becoming like danger zone?
Yeah, I do. But because Kell Brook's pride is so big, and the fact that Amir Khan is also, his chin is suspect. Yeah, he does have a chance to win. I'm not saying that he can't win the fight. But what I'm saying is I think that Kell is more washed up than Amir. That's all.
He's more damaged, you can say. More damaged. They're both kind of washed up, but Kell's more damaged. He's damaged. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a tough one.
I love that face-off show. Ahmad Imran, I don't know if you saw that, but man, that face-off was. I can tell that Kell Brook wanted to throw that glass of water to him, but obviously he didn't. He controlled his emotion, but and